place. It is Friday. It is noon, and it is having fun with J and J. And I'm sorry, we're all smiley today because it's Alumni Day today.
Yay!
Jeanette had a surprise for me. We have one of our favorite crafters. We had her on, gosh, early in our beginnings.
Three.
Something like that.
Wow.
36 now. So that was actually last year.
Was it?
Yeah, it was last year.
Was it? See, I don't know. So I asked her last night, okay, I'm getting ready for the show because, as you know, we don't script, we just yap. And I said, who's going to be on the show? I said, we haven't talked to Judy in a while. I wonder how she's doing. She's like, duh, Judy's going to be on our show tomorrow. And I'm like, holy moly. So we're excited.
I read her.
We've been chit-chatting like three red hens here, talking about stuff. And so we want to welcome back Judy Mabardi.
Thank you. I'm honored.
She is the owner and creator of My Inspirational Gifts. I know she has a new product because I just saw part of it, and I'm like, I want it. I got so jelly. I want to just. I don't get to see it yet.
But you can't have it, Jenny. You can't have it.
She never lets me. I gotta wait all the time. So I'm gonna turn it over to Miss Jeanette over here because it's her turn, and she gets to talk to Judy. And thanks, Judy, for coming back. We're so happy to see you again.
I know.
So happy to be here.
I know. We were trying to figure out when was the last time you were with us, and that was way in the beginning. We couldn't even remember.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we were just a YouTube show then.
Yes. No.
At least I can say that.
You ladies have come such a long way. Congratulations.
Yes.
Did you even know you were on the channel? Did you even know that your show was been showing on the channel?
No, I would have told people. Yeah, I didn't know. I was going to
look at it. Now you're going to make me research, like, what episode was she on? I can probably look at my calendar and find out because I marked everything in there. So, yeah, I'll find out.
Okay, thank you.
But anyway, yeah, those of you who remember or have been following us from the beginning, we met in Alignable, and it was such a glory to meet you. I said, oh my goodness. And then I know that we kept talking off and on, and she kept telling me these things, and I said, hey, you should come back and tell them your successes, because my gosh, have we all grown. Well, we're not on YouTube anymore. I mean, we are, but now we have increased to TV, Anyway. So, how have you been since the last time? Go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody and let them know and stuff. So, where you been? What's going on? How have God blessed you? How you've grown? What you doing new, girl? Just spill it.
Hi, I'm Judy Mabardi, and I own My Inspirational Gifts. And I'm so excited to be here. You ladies are like my favorite hosts ever. And yes, so much has happened in my life since the last time, as with you all. One of the most exciting things that has finally come to fruition is I've had a faith dream for a while that kind of just came on me quick. And that was to have a children's storybook, 32-page illustrated. It's going on Amazon tomorrow. I'm so excited. But I launched it in July on purpose because I made this a really, really big craft fair for the community. And I turned it into just a time of families, games, and so forth. And I brought my logo character, who happens to be the main character of my story, to the event. So he was in costume and, shaking hands with all the kids. Cool. We have so many scheduled visits to libraries to read the book, for everyone to meet Inspire. That's his name, by the way. And I'm making a video currently of all kids trying to say his name just by seeing the spelling, INSPR. You go up to kids and you ask them to say this word. Oh my goodness, talk about being in hysterics. It's adorable, their interpretation of how to say it. So I have the phoneticals, is that how you say it, spelling of his name in on the back of the book and in the book. So but it's going to make a really fun promo video. Um, I've also gone more seriously into surface pattern designing, and that has been an incredible journey. I graduated from the schooling that I needed. I designed some patterns, put them on products. And so now I am more seriously going to pitch my work to different buyers, which is pretty exciting.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been really great. And then I had a spot, an inspirational segment on a radio show. It went for a few months in a row. And then I did, oh, it's just been so many things. I've added more greeting cards to the line, but now I'm looking to put them only in stores instead of my trying to manage all that as well. So it's been really, really busy. I know I left a lot of out, but I've just been really excited.
You, she was just complimenting us on our rapid ascent. Holy moly! Let me just say real quick, when you change, because she has a line of things that she was doing, and she just introduced 3 different things that she wasn't doing before. There might be 4, but I caught 3. Okay, the book, and I am a children's author. It is not easy.
Right.
It is not easy.
Right.
2, going to surface pattern creating is a completely different animal, guys. And 3, she's doing radio, which is another creative avenue. So, wow.
Now, check this out. I found it. It was February 23rd at 7 p.m.
Oh, wow.
When she came, that was episode 4, Jenny.
So it's almost been a year.
4. Oh my gosh. And it was February 23rd. Oh my gosh.
I know it. It's amazing what can happen though, as you ladies do. You just, I love how that show, The Chosen, says, just keep giving God your 5 loaves and 2 fishes and watch what he does with them.
Yes, you're chosen. Me too. Ooh.
Yeah, I love The Chosen. And I get so many things from just being quiet and letting the Holy Spirit just kind of minister to you, something, a scripture you might have read or whatever. And whatever is on his heart, as we're listening, he imparts it to us, like the story. I never wrote a children's storybook.
Bring up your cover. Let me see the book.
Sure. But I cannot believe how it all came to be. And
put it in front of you because the background,
yeah,
that is beautiful.
Now this little guy's name is Inspir, and the story is The Power Pack Surprise. But the thing that really surprised me as this was being published was the Lord turned it into a series, because I am an art teacher. Oh, that's the other thing I didn't tell you. So I have been enjoying art with children so much, and I've been working in youth ministry so much that I'm seeing, even as young kids, they don't know how to take their art and see the gift that it is. And I want them to be able to experience the joy and blessing of using their gift. So first they have to know they have one. So guess what? Unspeakable gift.
Wow, look at that.
So book 1 tells a story of how he comes to Earth, which in itself is so much fun. I know that didn't come just from me. I know it didn't. And as that unravels, it explains how this all comes to be, and how children in different times in history, as each book goes on, meet him. only he doesn't speak. And that's what's going to make it so much fun. He can't speak, and he's not visible except to the ones that he's called to point to the gift that they've been given and how to use it to change the world around them, surprise after surprise. So
That is deep.
it is deep,
You
and
get
I'm really excited
it's
about
like
it.
it's like almost the way I refer it to is, okay, you get your holy gift and you got your seal. Now you can see inspire. And to
Yes,
me, that's the beginning of inspiration. So it's like
exactly.
Inspire, the little, and I'm like, hi, Inspire. Only I can see him, but everybody else is going to think I'm crazy. Just like everybody else thinks I'm crazy when we speak to the Holy Ghost. We're like, yeah.
It's just such a beautiful thing because even for this big event in July, I did a Christmas in July event, and I mentioned it on Alignable because I thought it was so much fun just to see the feedback. And long story short, I had this vision to bring him, to a full costume so he could be there. And every quote I got to make this costume was over the top. And I said, wait, Lord, you made me a creative, and there's no junior Holy Spirit. So I really need you to guide me to the right material. And oh my gosh, he came out adorable. And I didn't spend half of what they told me. And
So
so,
is he a full costume that you have to wear and then you got leggings or something?
yes. And as I was making the costume, I'm like, Lord, how do I make it so that I can breathe in this thing?
Oh my
How do
gosh.
we make it so that the
Eyes.
arms move?
Yeah,
I
his
thought
eyes and
you
nose.
got someone. You did this yourself, honey? You
Did it.
holy moly, that's hysterical.
And it was so funny. I went in Joanne Fabrics, and I just went up to a lady who looked like a professional sewer. I said, "Help me!" I said, "What can I do?" She says, "I can tell you how much fabric you're gonna need." So we did that, and I walked over. And long story short, it all turned around different, and God had a
Do
different
you have
plan.
any pictures, or do you have a website that I can look up and see
Yes,
him? Okay,
yes.
hold up.
So
We're
I'm
about
gonna
to
post
see
one
this
today on.
Inspire.
I'll
Okay.
post one today too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let me see. What? Okay. Because you know me, I'm the techie, and I want to see this.
She
I
wants
know
to put
Jen
it
is
on
too.
she wants to put it on the scroll too.
I am.
So
Okay.
Judy,
What's the
when
website?
the last time we talked, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, you had your site
Yes.
and you were doing some things, but it wasn't really, I'm not going to say you were enthused, but I think you were looking for something,
Yes.
right? Like
Yes.
it was more like you have your website and you have some things that you're doing and you're working on, but the difference in your level of excitement now as compared to then is like a bazillion fold. And it's this is what we want to get across to crafters. Peoples, just when you think you got nothing in the pot, you got to look down. There's a little bit in there.
Yes.
And it will come to you because the creative spirit, as we're talking about, that came to me. That wasn't like I didn't, sometimes I'll work words, but it just came. This is what I want because we're all creative spirits. It's all a gift from God. And it doesn't matter how it manifests in whatever product,
Yes.
right? Because Judy never made anything before sewed, right? You're not a sewer, Judy?
No, I'm not a sewer.
So she had it in her head what she wanted. She found someone to help her, but she created something, and that's a spirit thing. That's an internal thing. You can't teach
It's
it.
called inspirationalgifts.com.
Yes, myinspirationalgifts.com. The website is under construction right now because I'm trying to update it with all the new things.
Oh my goodness.
So it's not up now?
I have it on hold. I'm trying so hard.
It's on Facebook though, and it's under My Inspirational Gifts.
Okay, what's the Facebook?
My Inspirational Gifts.
Yes, I have a page inside, of the account, And then I also have one on Podia.
You can keep
So that
talking.
while
I'm right here and I'm looking for it.
Yeah, I have a landing page on Podia while my site is under construction to be updated. But I wanted to also say, as you were also saying, Jenny, those gifts that we have, the thing that is so incredible is you're able to just look for ways you can see places to encourage others as you're doing with this channel. And I'm seeing places as I'm teaching the kids where they're not either not secure or thinking their art is no good. And it's amazing because quick story, I had one of my students, we did this project together and they were so disappointed in how theirs came out. And I said, now wait a minute, now this particular project is more abstract. And they said, no, I can't stand it, I think it's really ugly. I said, honey, listen, did you put your all into it? She said, yes. I said, I saw you do that. And I said, now if you look closely at this painting that you just made, I see a dove. Do you see the dove? She flipped out, she saw the dove. And I said, why don't you walk away for a minute and then come back and hold it up. And now this time when you look at it, don't look at it that you made this. Look at it for something special hidden inside it because you weren't trying to control it. And this is what I'm trying to do in my book, right? So she looked at it again and oh my goodness, she was ecstatic. She all of a sudden she looked at herself as someone who had a gift. And she does. It just looked different than the other kids. And she found butterflies in her painting. She found all kinds of beautiful things inside that even things that I didn't see until I looked a little more closely. And now she holds that up and loves it. And not one child leaves my class, if I can help it, feeling that they're not creative, that they haven't.
She found her passion because that's a gift only a good teacher can have. Is knowing the gifts of her children.
I think the term art critic needs to be gone because art is in the eye of the beholder, and she probably saw someone else's work that she liked better, and then she saw what she did, and she was comparing, and that's what we kind of get across to our crafters is that you can have 5 candle makers and they'll all create a different style, type, smell, procedure. And art is never finite, nor is it the same.
That's right.
I mean, in fact, it's harder to copy exactly than it is to actually create it organically. So the kids, we got to talk, Judy, because we'd love to do the kids because the kids.
I can see that. I can see that being a cartoon on our channel. That
our brains are already going.
Yeah. So this is the joy that you see in me because when I was first on with you all, I was so unsure. I'm like, I love to craft. I do. And everyone, that gets things from me can't rave enough about them. And I'm honored. But there was something that's deeper in me that was missing. And that is mentoring. I love the design part of what I do. And now I have people calling me, I have this vision, this dream. Can you show me how I can make that into a 3-dimensional something? So that's why I changed my title to creative professional, because we're doing so much using the gifts, and then God just keeps adding more gifts to us as we're using them. And all those years as a crafter just shows you what you can pull from to help somebody else, as you all are doing with this channel. And I applaud you. I think it's such an encouragement to creatives everywhere.
Now I'm gonna freeze up a bit because I have to bring up, and it usually interferes with the more the web page comes. But I'm gonna go to, if I freeze, is okay. You two keep talking, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the page, and then I'm gonna share it. Okay. So and
Okay.
I'm gonna find your character so
I'm
we
just
can really.
sitting here. I'm just sitting here. I get
Yeah, her brain is already working. Watch out! Run!
when I,
Get the pencil. Get the pencil.
I get so jazzed. Because when I find people that think like me and realize how important this is to our communities,
Yes.
to our families, we have. Oh, I'm getting goose pimples. The politics aside of the world, if people started thinking this way, it would be such a better world. And
Yes.
and the kids have to know that quick story, my son, he came home from school and he won an award when he was like in kindergarten for art. And it was a typical kindergarten painting, right?
Yeah.
And I said, oh my gosh, that is the most, he won a ribbon for it. I framed it, I put it up, and now he's graduated as an art major. He does graphic design. That flower behind me, the pink one you can't see, he did that. And he's a brilliant artist because I told him when he was in kindergarten that it was fabulous.
That matters.
And it matters. And other people didn't see what I saw. And it wasn't anything. It wasn't, if you pulled it up out of you go, oh, it's just a kid's painting. But he got it. And I'm telling you guys, it's really important to instill this in your kids. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, where'd you see that? Oh, it's on my Facebook.
Beautiful. I love this.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's your Facebook. Is this the little guy right here?
Yes, that's a design I put on a T-shirt.
Is that him?
No.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes, my little logo character.
Yeah, the little logo. Yeah.
Yes, the logo. Yes. I have a hard time keeping up on social media with all my pictures and stuff. But I have a print-on-demand shop on Zazzle that shows my patterns and all those things that I don't have time to put on social media. I really have to connect with someone who knows. They can kind of put that over, delegate that out, because it's just a lot.
I'm really interested in the book. I want to put it on my bookstore for indie authors. And the books are amazing, and it's so good that it's just really, Judy, we're so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
We've had people on the show. She's doing her illustrations.
Who's that?
I was doing a greeting card. It was really fun. And then I put a little note, what song is on my mind as I'm making this, and it's, do you know Pa-Rubba-Pa-Pum? It's
that's what it says.
The Christmas song, the little drummer boy.
Oh, yeah.
I was trying to draw an animated one.
Pum.
Yes, I was Pum.
Pum.
This one is a picture of it's a shadow box, and I have since put an iridescent
cover,
little feather, just like that. It folds up. Wow, does it reflect light pretty? It's really, really. I love putting scripture in a way that someone's gonna love looking at it all day long.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful. I had fun with that. And those are made out of pistachio. That's one of my greeting cards. And pistachio.
Right here?
Yeah, with a tea light in the middle.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. Oh,
thank you so much.
What is this?
Oh, I did a stand-up nativity for the kids to unfold and have inside of a box. I was trying to make it more doable for families to have. It's been revised multiple times, but it's little baby. So it's all full, like it stands up on its own because it's just folded paper behind it. So you can
Mm-hmm.
do your whole nativity in paper. Um, yeah, it was a prototype that I posted just for fun.
That's
Um,
adorable.
thank you.
Okay,
And that's
who
Yeah,
all
is
made.
this?
she does the baby dress. Yeah.
That is all made out of washcloths, just like this is. This is a bouquet of washcloths
Oh,
Yes.
for
uh-huh.
a shower or baby shower, and it has a little tag
Oh,
and a
wow.
hole
That
based
is
on if it's a boy
beautiful.
or girl.
I wouldn't want to use it. I'm like, it's so cute.
That's
I know,
what the
right?
person who
I
ended up
wouldn't use
getting
it.
that, because it came with a pacifier too, and they're like, I don't want to undo it. That
Oh
was
my
funny.
gosh.
That's from one of my art classes with the kids. They open up the
Oh,
door to the mushroom and they put whatever message they wanted in it. So yeah, it
a
was
life
pretty
for
cool.
all to see. That is really nice. I love it.
Thank
Okay,
you.
that is actually beautiful.
The kids did
Oh,
a
I'm
really
so glad I
beautiful job.
found. Yes.
So good. She
That
really
is
does
actually
beautiful
very
stuff.
beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
That is
I'm
beautiful.
enjoying it. So
Um,
I'm just
I
focusing
love it.
Uh,
on really helping kids more and more. And with youth group, it's middle school to high school as well. So we had paint night. We do our own paintings. I don't know if you can see it, but there's
Oh,
just there's so
wow.
much. I just love the investment in the kids, as you love the investment in creatives in general. I'm feeling real
Yeah,
good loving on kids and encouraging them in their gifts and talents, which is what the book is all gonna do.
it's got me
Um,
in
you know,
school. I
I'm
wonder
so
what the
glad
word is.
Jeanette booked you because it just shows people what you can do in 6 months with your life, right?
true,
So when
right?
people say there's not enough time or you're too old or it's there, there
Yeah,
things aren't right. I said that. Did I say? I don't know if I touched Jeanette. We were talking last night, late last night again, and there's never a right time for anything. You don't have a crystal ball, and you don't know that it's not the right time. How do you know it's not the right time? That's the
Mm.
question. How do you know that it's not the right time if you don't try it?
Oh my gosh, Jenny, you
yes,
hit on the word of the day.
You're
yes.
kidding.
No, wait
The
on
time.
him.
Yes, that's it.
Oh,
That's it.
oh,
That's
sister, you are on it today. That's my cue right there.
We
yes.
honestly we did not. We don't. I don't know what she does. I'm serious. I'm just speaking from what's in my heart and what I'm
You know
knowing,
what?
and
Somebody's speaking through you right
I
now, baby,
don't know.
because this topic today, I'm gonna say the word of the day because that's our jam right here. And
All
you hit
right.
it right on time. You the one that introduced it. Wait on him. Okay, let's see what this says. Because I don't read them ahead of time either. I don't know what's going on. Okay, here we go. Those who wait for the Lord, okay, who expect, look for, and hope in him, shall change and renew their strength and power. They shall lift their wings and mount up as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint or become tired.
Yes.
Okay. In this, it says Isaiah teaches us to wait for the Lord when we know our strength needs to be renewed. Waiting for God means spending time with Him and His Word and His presence. There are certain people we can draw strength from just by being around them. I feel strength by you, Judy and Jenny. Oh my goodness, I'm happy. Their very presence, the way they talk, approach life, this is Jenny, seems to make us feel better when we are discouraged or feeling down in any way. Likewise, there are others who can always make us feel worse. Mm. They have a way of putting a negative edge onto everything. Isn't that something? And you know what I take from this? We are getting attacked spiritually every day, Jenny and I, because of what we're doing. And
Mhm.
we have to pray and stay fast because we are going ahead and we're doing good things. And Jenny, has created this beautiful family, but loved at the same time. We're like a family, okay? And then
That's
when
right.
you and I need when you and I need to be strengthened, we should spend time with God and with people filled with His Spirit. Spending time in God's presence is sitting in a room filled with sweet smelling perfume.
That's right.
If we sit long enough, we take the fragrance from us and we leave. It will be in our clothing, in our hair, and even in our very skin. Okay? Me and her get disturbed always on our show. I'm telling you. Okay. So it says here, and it ends here where it says Moses was a man of prayer. He spent a great deal of time fellowshipping with and talking to God. He knew that if God did not help him, he would fail miserably. Because of Moses' faithfulness to seek God, he was given a sure message. And the Lord said, "My presence shall be with you, and I will give you the rest."
Yes.
And
Yes.
he will give you all the imagination um, that you need to inspire and to create, you know?
Mhm.
So, Jenny, you hit it right on the nose, girl. All right now.
Absolutely.
I was
It was,
Absolutely.
I was being inspired. I think people think that the cup is half empty, but if we're being spiritually fulfilled, then it's never going to be empty. It's just going to continue to build on everything
Yes.
that we're doing.
That's
So
and
right.
we are a witness of that. We are a witness of that
Mhm.
you can't
because,
you can't not you can't not when you say you have a writer's block, it's not a writer's block. It's not a creative block. It's a moment where you got to sit back and gather yourself and go within and not try to look at something that's not going to help. And
That's right.
I truly believe that. And I think this is just everything that we see when we talk to crafters like you, Judy, and other crafters that say, my gosh, this happened to me, this happened to me. God wants us to stir the pot, right?
mm,
So
mhm,
if we stir the pot and we start, when you start with, if you're making a stew, you start with one ingredient, but it's built, and you keep
Yes.
putting and you keep putting and you keep putting, and then it becomes dinner. It's the same thing. If you just put it on the stove and you put them out there, nothing's going to happen.
That's
You
right.
have to stir your pot.
Yes.
Find something that takes you from here to here to here, and all the stuff you've learned before is going to help. And Judy's probably not going to stop doing what she started to do, but she's gonna. I just saw your kids stuff. I just saw
mhm,
that I'm doing a line of kids greeting cards. I'm sorry.
mm,
Um,
Right.
mhm,
for the covers, and let the kids inside write what they want to. Like, what would you write to your mom for her birthday, right?
Mhm.
mm,
And don't do Hallmark, you know, oh, the love of mother. No, put the pictures of the children that they made and
Yes.
say, what would you say to your mom on her birthday? Let them write
mhm,
it.
Yes.
mm,
We recently, actually, in that time since I was on the last time, we put together. It's called Hands to Heart, and in the my church is actually allowing me to use the children's room there because my there were so many kids that wanted to be a part of things that there wasn't enough room. So now I have a big room over there. But long story short, any church can do this. Art made by kids can
mm.
be given to people that are hurting in the church that least expect a gift, or people on the
Fabulous
outside.
idea.
And that's what we've been doing. The kids get together, they craft on purpose so that we have a bunch of beautiful handcrafted things by children with their little note next to them to go to people they may never meet that least expect something. And it's inspired by not only the Lord, because we want to touch people everywhere with the love of God and to tell them that God cares, but also it's inspired by my mom, who used to give just because gifts. As a child, I used to get just because gifts. If I was having a bad day or something, all of a sudden she'd, will you go get me my purse? And I'm like, sure, mom. And she's, comforting me. And then she'd pull out something she had bought from Avon or whatever, just a total surprise. Or a book series that I'd been reading that she just happened to pick up the next one. And there it was. And I said, why, Mom? What's the occasion? She goes, just because. And that's what God does for us. He's always imparting gifts to us, imparting things to us that we can just apply to encourage others just because it's grace, right? And I got a word. I really believe this was so inspired for encouragement. I've been sharing it with so many people. And if I could share it real quick with you, just one sentence, and it set me on fire for the week. As you said, there's been a lot of spiritual warfare. I mean, let's be real. There is an enemy, And so as things heat up in the world, in our own life, that are bringing in challenges we've not experienced before, so does the fourth man in the fire. So the fourth man in that story, I think it was in Daniel, right? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. That fourth man, it doesn't say anywhere in the scripture he was visible to Shadrach, Meshach, or Abednego. It does say that the king saw him. And God does things that way because he wants people to see him. And he's not happy. Like Jenny was saying, you have the soup, you add ingredients. It's wonderful to have a soup to give to one person. But imagine if everything goes wrong with the dinner you planned for just that one friend, and it turns around and ends up being a dinner for 20, 50, 100. So it's all to the thanksgiving of God that the many will redound to his glory. That's what we want. That's why we use our gifts. He gives us more. The more we use them, the more powerful they are. They impact more lives. That's what we want. We have so little time to live and so much of God's power backing us up for whatever it is he wants to do, not us. But what he imparts to us breathes into our spirit and shows us how, and to empower others to feel so excited about doing the same with whatever gift they have, whether it's sketching, playing a piano. I teach piano now too. I'm having so much fun because it involves children and I want to encourage them. So I have a couple of students now on Fridays.
Oh my God.
I have to say, we've had a lot of shows and they've all been fun. But this one comes at a very critical time. And I think for all of us sitting here and for our show and for what we want to accomplish. And Jeanette and I always say, we're not driving this buggy. And we want to thank you so very much.
Thank you so much.
And for being with us again. And we have so many things. You're going to see Judy on other things that we're going to be doing. I have a feeling that she's going to be working her.
I'm not gonna lie. I hope I want to see the book as a cartoon in our TV. That's what
I would absolutely love a cartoon. I was going on Fiverr looking for how can I do the animation.
Well, wait, you know what? Check in with us. Go onto the channel and see what we're doing, and we are developing a kids section. That's coming. It's just we have so many ideas, we just can't get them in the coffers fast enough.
Yes,
but we're going to do that. I'm going to put your book in the bookstore, any bookstore.
Judy, I will be honored to put your book in the cartoon.
For it. You can do a trailer for it if you'd like, and just keep on keeping on, girl. Because we're so proud of you, and we're so happy that you're part of our family and our.
You know we are because we done past our time. Might as well make it an hour. What the heck?
I know. I'm looking. I'm like, gosh, this is not long enough.
And I'm like, I think we're gonna have to make it that way because it's just, especially with people that have come back that we started with, it's like we all kind of started together. If you think.
Yes. We're bragging on God and all His
Yes,
wonders.
it's. I can't wait to see another year what's gonna happen.
Yes.
It's
I
like,
was just telling her that I looked at I left the intro and the exit the same. And I told her last night, I said, it's so odd to see those are the first ones that I did. And now the ones that I've been doing, and I didn't change it, but I should have because she has so many more products. But it's just very cool to see where you start and where you end.
yes,
And some of our crafters have a really hard time because they want everything to look like, a professional, movie studio and all perfect. And what we're trying to tell them is that
you don't have to be.
they started somewhere, right? If you pick your favorite show that you've watched a series like Roseanne or, Back to Facts of Life or whatever show you started that has a longevity, go to the first show,
Mm.
go to the pilot of the show, and then go to season 5. Okay. And that's what happened. It's a growth period, and you get to see how things, get shaped and stuff. And I'm sure you've seen that in your crafts, and this is what we have to impart to the kids. They're on their pilot. They're in their pilot period. They're in their beginning period. And as they grow and they get better and they keep interest in it, they're going to see their stuff just explode with.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be, I hate the word professional, and I hate the word, again, art critic. And, there are some works of art that I just look at, I'm like, I don't get. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm not.
That's our mission statement too, isn't it? Come as you are.
Yeah.
Come as you are.
I mean, your gift
look at our first video. I think I was talking for like 2 minutes and no sound was coming on. I keep looking at that video and I laugh. I was like, and I'm like, nobody's hearing me. I mean, we have fun.
But think about it. When you go to Hobby Lobby or Joann's and you pick up one of their little tchotchke things that you pay $25 for, right? Hoping to get that 40% off when you go to Joann's, to get the 40% off to buy it, right? If you actually look at the artwork and it's come from China or whatever and it's mass produced, you can go to a crafter and get the same product for the 40% off, but it's handmade and it's beautiful. Why is our brain saying, okay, well, I'm going to buy this at Costco or Walmart or Target and spend this much money when I can buy this and get it better? They think the product from Costco or Target is better than what our crafters can do.
Or what they don't know that is mass produced. It's not done usually by hands, but done by a robot now.
And it's literally slave labor.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's true. I know. But when a crafter makes something, all of the years that have been invested in them and all of the experiences in their life comes out in what they are making. And it has a soul to it, in a way, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So if your art, because there's a lot of writers who are getting all stuck on, trying to get the perfect illustrator. I'm like, no, don't. The perfect illustrator for style that you're looking for, yes. And the one that speaks to your heart, yes. But if there's an error, like a line that isn't absolutely perfect because it wasn't cookie cuttered by a machine, you know what I mean? It's like, let the art, and when you look at kids' art, it's not perfect. They actually like the art that looks partially done in some ways, the more perfected you try and get that art, the more they're not as drawn to it. They're drawn to the more simpler things, unless it's like super realistic or whatever. And I'm like, that's just like God when he sees us. He's saying, I don't want you to lean so hard on your gifts and your talent. I want you to lean on the giver of those gifts and talents so that I can work my power through what I gave you already and know just how to navigate and how to use it to be the most effective. And I'm like, wow, I see God every day, like give me opportunities. I don't have time to market. I'm a caregiver. I don't know how this all fits, but do you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's just, there's so many of us that we have children, we whatever. And
Yeah, and one
God's
thing that nobody
faithful.
understands, that whatever you need, God already knows. You just have to
Exactly.
ask for it. He's gonna send you the right people,
That's
because
right.
we don't search for people on this channel. What I didn't tell you is that we're literally now going into March bookings. Okay, we're booked, and I got only 1 week in February, but we're going into, yeah, Jenny didn't even know this. We're going into March bookings.
Surprise.
So March 2025 is like, and I felt like telling her, okay, I'll do 2 a week, but I'm like, you know what? That's not what God wants. What God wants is exactly how He's doing it. A little bit at a time. We get our people
Yes.
on. We showcase people. It's not to be rushed. He's in control, not us. We are
Yeah.
definitely not in control of nothing, because numbers speak all. And I'm like, oh,
Well, and what we kind of started, what you start in your head, gets changed, and it gets things get better.
Yes.
What I always tell people, what makes you think that you know more than God, right? So when you're trying to control your life and you think, I have to do this, 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 and this, you don't have omnipotence. You can't see past. You can't even see past like what's in
Jenny,
the
preach
world.
it, girl. Go ahead. Look at your
I'm
bad
sorry.
self.
So
Go ahead.
so if you're so, excuse me, hell bent on doing it your way and only your way, then you're totally shifting yourself.
Yes.
We don't have that gift. We don't know. We don't. I can get in my car and say I'm going to go this way, and guess what? I got to take a detour, and I didn't plan that.
Yes.
I have to navigate through that detour and say, okay, this is the way you want me to go.
Right.
But most people try to just, it's got to be their way. Why? You don't know.
Right.
Give it to someone who knows what your life's plan is.
Yeah,
And
we
let
got a
that
phrase
be
right
real.
now. Yeah,
Huh?
me and Jenny got a phrase right now. We've gotten into this phrase: let go, let God.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right?
I'm
Let
driving
go.
the bus. My,
Right.
my favorite one is a song is, God take the wheel, because it's the truth.
Mm.
And it's hard to do that because we get scared.
Yes.
We talk about fear. We talk about indecision is because of fear.
Mm-hmm.
You don't make a decision because you're afraid. If you make this decision, it's wrong, and if you make that decision, it's wrong. So
Right.
you don't make any decision.
That's right.
No, because God is not the author of
Or
fear anyway.
confusion. That's right. Yeah. And he
But
didn't
see,
give us a spirit of fear.
fear is that if you want to talk about demons in your life, fear is the demon, because it creates that chaos, and then you start doubting yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and then you stop thinking, well, okay, this could happen, and your brain just starts like multiplying chaos and fear, and then
She's preaching today, isn't she? Go ahead, Pastor Jenny.
I know, preacher, believe me,
But
but
she's talking from experience. She's talking the truth. That's
I
only what the
am.
Holy Spirit. Go on.
And I talk to people all the time. And Jeanette and I talk about this.
Yes.
We were so brave to come on our show because we were so new, and we really had nothing of substance to offer other than we're here to talk to you. But
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
And I talk to people all the time, and they say, "Well, can you guarantee me this, or are you going to do this for me?" And I'm like, I can't guarantee anything. I can guarantee what I'll do. I can guarantee that I will do what I can to help you. But if someone guarantees you something in this life, they can't. And you know that it's not true. So we're trying our best to talk to crafters that are nervous. I know y'all have tried everything. We have too.
Yeah. We have.
Tell you to produce a child's book is not easy.
No.
It is not easy, and everyone thinks it's easy. It's actually harder than to write a book. I could whip out a 150-page book, no problem. slap a cover on it and sell it. Kids' book isn't like that. There's a lot of things you got to think about, and there's a lot of things that you have to be careful of, and how to present it, and illustrations are more another level.
Yes.
But she's not afraid because she believes in the concept, and she wanted that concept to come to life. And so she found a way, just like she found a way to make a costume.
Well, I was very fearful. I because as an artist, as a creative, you always feel kind of naked. So I don't know what better word to say. You kind of feel
very vulnerable. You're very vulnerable.
Yes, vulnerable. And so when I did this book, I just, the only thing that pushed me forward was being so clear on how it all came together and how impossible it could have, how impossible it was, and how it just happened in that every step mattered, like even the delays made the book even better, and then how to, get the right context that I needed to get the editing done and all of that. It was all God's timing, all his doing. So I actually had more confidence putting it out, just because I knew it didn't, there's so much of him in it. If that's okay to say, I'm not trying to say it's a Bible. I'm just trying to say it's something he wanted. That's it. And I was so honored to say, here, my son, to be the vehicle to get it out there. Use my hands, and I'm just so grateful that it's done. And it was such a miracle to get it out there. And here it is. And we can talk about it.
Which we all have.
Yes.
And instead of letting it take over
exactly
you,
yes,
went forward, even though you're fearful,
yes,
right? Even though you're like, okay, I don't know how this is going to go. But I don't think your fear was of actually doing it. I think your fear was making sure it came out the way it was supposed to.
Yeah, a lot of artists have that, like you said, have that struggle.
Because you seem to be a very brave woman, but your fear is that, like when I have something in my head, which Lord, please, don't want to be in my head. But when I have it in my head and then I don't make it work, but it works, I'm like, wow. It's like a wow thing. Like
it is a wow thing. Yeah.
It actually translated. And I think that's where crafters really have to, did the last thing you make, and Jeanette will say this, she's like, okay, I made something and I hated it, right? But then the next time she tried it or she changed something, then it worked.
Yeah.
Then it was what she wanted. So sometimes that she learned something from that error, and it became the product that she wanted. So crafters have to embrace.
And they also have to be silent for a little bit, and because our mind is going always so busy. So sometimes we just got to stand still and just take a deep breath and just even stare at the tree or something. And your mind then will settle down to where the real idea is supposed to be. Like the real, you hear that spirit, because right now we have our id and ego and things like that, and that combines and it makes issues. And we even in the book it says, you got to be silent, stand still, and just relax. And when you do that, then you start focusing on what he wants you to do, and that comes to life. That comes to life. I seen it all the time with Jenny and all the crafters. I'm like, and sometimes I tell even my other crafters, and when he starts throwing ideas, I tell him, okay, I need you to stop, take a deep breath.
That's right.
Just breathe a little bit.
Regroup.
Regroup, and then say what you want to say. And then it comes out, and he's like, oh yeah, so sometimes we just gotta, because our mind is going. As crafters, I don't think it ever shuts down. Even in our dreams, it keeps going. You're like, what the heck? Why is Jenny in my dreams for? And it's just, one of those things that keep going, because we got the same ideas, and we gotta, and it's all good for the people. I wish anything, it had no ideas for me, but ideas for others all the time.
I'm just sitting here thinking, oh, my dog's here. Can you see him?
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
all right. Well,
Like,
we have gotten to 55 minutes.
we are,
Congratulations,
and
Judy. We have topped the record for officially going almost an hour on this show,
couldn't
which
happen with a nicer crafter.
we knew it was gonna happen anyway, because we have a lot to say. And when Jenny came up to me and I told her we can talk, we really meant it. We can talk.
And
So
it's our favorite subject.
yes,
We love it. The business end of it.
yeah.
We love seeing
And we
crafters.
love when grow. We love to see, because we can now see you from the beginning, how you can tell the glow in your face
I'm
too.
serious. Am I not right?
Yes, it's like I can see the first show now. I go episode 4, and you were talking, but you weren't really. Now there's a glow that is like, whew. And tomorrow, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna program the 4, and I'm gonna put this one right next to it.
That would be awesome.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that for tomorrow. See, that's what the good thing about being the producer. I can do it. So
Yes, you can do it.
I'm gonna, and then you'll see us too. That was number 4 for us.
Yeah.
So you'll see our
Amazing.
beginnings, and then we see you, and then I'm gonna put this one right next to it. So we're gonna have fun with that one tomorrow. And so you sit down and look at it, and you'll see the beautiful glow that's on you right now. It is absolutely amazing, and we know that you're very happy. And I'm so glad that you came back. But right now, we really have to say goodbye. We'll be passing it on.
We'll say goodbye. We're gonna. How do you say it in Spanish?
What?
See you later.
Oh, te veo después. Te veo después.
Okay, that's what we
Te
say.
veo después.
Después.
See,
Sí.
Okay, so
that's our Lucy show.
Buenos dias is good day, right? Yes.
It's buenos dias, hello, good morning, yeah.
Buenas noches.
Oh my gosh,
Buenos
now we're gonna get into Spanish. Okay, time out. Okay, so go ahead, Jenny, you're gonna hit the commercial. Judy,
We're gonna do our.
Yes, and I'm gonna show you. I don't know if you've seen our brand new commercial for the TV, so we'll get to play it for you, and then I'll turn it off. So Jenny, hit it with the commercial, and then the exit, and we're out.
You want to do the commercial, then the exit?
Yeah. See you people next week. Thank you for joining
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Okay.
You did it on purpose.
I didn't.
Bye.
Soundstripe.
Oops. How did it come back?